My name is Steinhoff. I'm a redshirt sophomore point guard for Truman women's basketball. I've been playing basketball since I was about 5 years old. I started playing on a little YMCA team and I fell in love with it then and always dreamed to be a college basketball player. So I'm actually living my dream right now. I love being a student athlete at Truman because I get a good mixture of a really good education, a winning basketball program, and the girls on my team. I get to play with my best friends every single day. As a student athlete, I think I've had some really cool opportunities throughout my whole life to reach out into communities, and especially with little kids. I've been running camps back in my hometown and giving private lessons since I was probably a sophomore in high school, which is really cool because I coached some of those girls when they were in middle school or in elementary school, and now they're in high school and they're doing great things and making the all-state basketball team. And here at Truman, I'm involved in the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, also known as SAC, and we do really cool things in the community as well. We are a big part of Make-A-Wish Foundation. We raise money for them every year. We also do a camp for underprivileged kids in the community where it's just a free day of like fun lessons of basketball and baseball and all kinds of different sports. And to being a really good student, like my goal every semester is to get a 4.0, and my goal every season is to make an all-conference team and to win a conference championship with this team. So I guess like the 5 pillars of Truman basketball is like God, whatever that means to you in your life. Family is number 2, school is number 3, then comes basketball, and then way down the list is your social life. Study tables on the road, so we wake up in hotels in the morning and we all are required to meet in the lobby, and we sit down there and we turn in our phones to our coaches for 3 hours, and you use those 3 hours and you do homework. And we'll do that all the time on the road just so that we know that everyone's staying on top of their work. And then once, which was really young, but as a point guard, you're kind of floor captain out there all the time. And I think really what it means just being a captain is that coach trusts you a lot. She trusts you to be preaching the values that she wants in our program and to be making sure that everyone else is working hard and to be kind of the energy and attitude leader. And I think that's kind of what I see as my job every day. Like, I know that there's girls on this team who are more talented than me, and that's not why I'm the captain. I'm not the captain because I'm the best player. I think I'm the captain because I understand our program and I understand the experience. Like, I understand that how hard we need to work every day to do the things that we want to accomplish. And I think being a captain just means being the person who you can constantly rely on to bring energy to the team. So I'm a redshirt sophomore because I was actually injured this year. I had to take a redshirt year and sit out to get healthy. I partially tore a tendon in my ankle that just did not allow me to play on it. So now I'm in the stage where I'm coming back. I think what I learned during my redshirt year was honestly more than I've ever learned about basketball in my entire life. I learned, first of all, how important it is to me. It hurt to sit out every day and watch my teammates on the sideline. And then I think I just learned a lot about the game. I got to sit out and watch rather than constantly being involved in the action, and the game really slowed down for me this year. Just as far as being a leader, an injury makes it a little bit harder to do so in that I'm not constantly out on the court with them. A lot of times, like when they're doing running or conditioning like that, I would be in the pool swimming because I couldn't do impact on my ankle, or I would be on a bike instead of running. So I was doing team workouts, but not necessarily with the team. And so it was kind of hard, like, to be there and be constantly watching people and be like, hey, this is how hard we need to be working. And it was really hard to lead by example because we weren't doing the same activities. And I think that's normally what I do is I just like try to outwork everyone and lead by example. But so that was hard. But I think just like talking with my teammates and my coaches about this year and what my role was, I think one of the main things was just being like mentally tough. Like, they knew that it like hurt me to not be able to play for the first time ever. But then like to constantly bring a positive attitude and to like remind everyone. I think just give little reminders of who we are as a program and what we need to be doing every day. You know, like when it gets really, really hard mid-season, I would remind them that, guys, like, we are so lucky to be playing this game, and I know it's hard, and I know maybe we've lost 3 games in a row, but remember why you love the game, and I love this game so much because I'm around you guys, and that's why it's so hard to sit out and stuff. So there's always different ways to be a leader, and you just have to be willing to change and willing to adapt what you do. Because like I said, I couldn't lead by example anymore. I physically could not. But just talking with people, I think, a lot, and getting to know them one-on-one, like being the person that people could come to and say, hey, like, I'm really struggling with this right now, or like, man, I just feel like coach is getting on me so much, and kind of talk them through that, because I do have a lot of experience with that stuff. So I grew in that manner, like, an incredible amount this year, and I'm honestly so thankful. It's weird saying that I'm thankful that I got injured or anything like that, but I'm so thankful for like the experience of this year. I think it's changed me as a person, a leader, and a teammate. So my plans for the future, I would love to keep playing as long as I can. I have a few connections with like overseas teams, so I would love to go overseas and play for a year or two if I can professionally. But then after that, I just love sports, and I know that I want to be around sports. So that could include sports journalism, hopefully. That's kind of what I'm shooting for, especially broadcast. That would be the dream. But otherwise, I think being a student athlete has just set me up with the knowledge to get to do those things. That and being involved with the sports pages of the Truman State University Index, I think it's set me up with a really strong resume in that way. And I would not trade it for the world. I think coming out of high school, I knew that you would have to make like some sacrifices to be a student athlete, and you do your whole life. Like growing up and playing summer travel basketball. I mean, I got to travel all over the country, which was pretty cool. But in high school, like my friends during the summer, they were all out at a lake, you know, getting tan or going to the pool and doing things together. And I was spending 12 hours every weekend in the gym. Like every Saturday would be 8 in the morning to 8 at night in the gym. And so I was just always like, wow, you know, like I'm sacrificing because I love it and I want to play in college. And then I think you get to college and then you really realize what sacrifice is, because I mean, you don't go out all the time, you know, like maybe some of your friends do. Your social life is definitely lower on the list. You don't just get a lot of time to relax and stuff like that, and you just recognize that it's a lot bigger than yourself. You look down the line when you're tired, and you can't be thinking about yourself and how tired you are. You have to be thinking about your teammates and what you need to do that day to be better for them and to be better as a team. And that's just like the most rewarding thing in the world, is to be doing something bigger than yourself and doing something that you love every day. So, yeah.